If so good evening. We are back again, minus a couple of members. DJ B's busy, and so is Matty. They're both busy with work, so they will not be able to make it. But we do have Jezza. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Yes, thank you. I've done absolutely nothing today. The weather's been not great down here today. So looking forward to the show as per normal.
Happy Monday. And Kenny, how are you, mate? How are you?
I've had a great time. You know how much I'm a good fan of international football, although there were some matches that were forgettable. The all British match was a practice match after England went 3-0 up pretty quickly, and obviously there wasn't much. I tried to watch the women's football, but I was otherwise engaged. And I missed, obviously, the incident at the Emirates, and I've just been watching some of the Women's World Cup. Apart from that, all I've been doing is people have been asking me what's going on with events at Fame Villas.
Why don't they ask the people that are involved in it instead of everyone else that ain't? How about that?
Apparently, I know everything from top to bottom. And the fact is, one thing I will say, in any walk of life, people leave EastEnders. EastEnders is still going strong 40 years later. People have come and gone from Coronation Street. Coronation Street are still going strong. Just so when you think about events in Fame Villas, just remember one thing. It only falls apart when the main man leaves. There's only one man on that show who's the biggest star. He's a bigger star than anyone else. He's bigger than anyone's been on it. And anyone in that show's been on it thinks that they're the be-all and end-all, everything, the biggest star. No, you're not. There's only one star. There's only one room, and there's only enough room for one man at Fame Villas. And he's named even one of his shows after himself, a channel after himself. Just remember that. And remember, life goes on. And remember, without Arsenal Football Club, they wouldn't have existed.
Very true. Well said, Kenny. Well said, mate. The Three Kings. We like that. We like that one. Bless up to everyone locked in. In an hour's time, I'll be live on the Reacts channel. So make sure you get sub into that. And make sure you sub to Jezza. Jez is Arsenal and Kenny Ken 1972. Follow his Insta. But yeah, Cordoba kick off in an hour. So I'll be there for that, guys. But we do have some news on Martin Odegaard. Our captain is a fraud. Well, we knew that anyway. No, the captain is out until after the next international break. The first game, I believe, well, actually, it's not the first game. I think it's the second game. We have the derby game against Tottenham. So he could be back for that, 23rd of November. So he's going to be out for what, 6 weeks? 5.5, 6 weeks, plus the 2 weeks week is already done. So quite a bad injury. That's coming off on the back of already having a bad injury last season. Yeah, Norway didn't miss him. They qualified for the World Cup, I think. Yeah, Erling Haaland scored another hat-trick and missed 2 penalties. I think he's the quickest player in international history to get to 50 goals.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous. But obviously that gives a chance to Eze to play in the 10, Jez, or Ethan, or rotate the pair. But I don't think we're going to miss him.
No.
But as much as people may think we do. Yeah, because let's be real. Other than the game against Olympiacos the other week, he ain't been good, has he?
No, not really. It's quite funny, actually. I think it was yesterday. You get these spurious things come up on Facebook about Arsenal, these people, and they put these comments in there. Good God, the amount of people. King Odegaard. I miss him. We are going to suffer without him. Bearing in mind, all these accounts are from abroad, by the way. And I'm like, do you actually watch him? I mean, I never comment on these group things or anything. I just don't see the point. But I thought, well, if you do watch him, you're watching a different player to me. Because I just think he's absolute crap. Sorry. I've even since day one, I've never rated him. first year we had him, he had a couple of good games. He scored some nice goals. I won't deny that. And I think in one game I did actually give him a 9 out of 10 when we used to do the old player ratings a couple of years back. But no. I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy he's injured. Obviously, I don't mean that. But it now gives Eze the chance to stamp his authority on that position and say, right, this is my position now. And you're going to have to force me out of it when you come back. But we know what Arteta does, you know, whether Eze has 10 out of 10 every week, you know that Odegaard will be put straight back in that position because that's what Arteta does. It also gives the chance for Ethan Enquiries to step up now, give him more game time, which I think the young man deserves. So I think this is an ideal opportunity for Arsenal now and them players to kick on, because this is, I think, the big chance. The one big chance that Eze needs now is to say, right, I'm here. Look at me. I'm going to prove myself. To me, he's a far more skillful player than Odegaard. He's far better at passing. Kenny, I don't know what you think, but I think personally, mate, that it's the ideal situation for him now.
Oh, definitely. Like the fact that we're giving Ethan a 5-year contract, improved contract, and we bought Eze, it was always going to be a situation where we've always imagined what it would be like in a number 10 position with them in the team. I think in terms of like Martin Odegaard as well, two things we learned from last season when he was injured is that he didn't come back and he weren't the same player. His performances weren't the greatest, which means, was he playing with an injury? And if he was playing with an injury, was that the reason why he was so bad? And why it took such an effect on his performances. And he's had a medial knee injury. He's had 2 shoulder operations. You know, if you sort of flash back to last season, the game he came back in was Chelsea away. Obviously in November. Now, if you sort of like sort of fast forward to this season, after Tottenham, it's Bayern Munich and Chelsea away. So again, it's the same sort of thing where I look at Martin Odegaard, I think the only player that's going to miss him is going to be Victor Gyökeres. Judging by what I saw against Olympiacos, you know, Victor Gyökeres is like someone who can put through balls for him and run onto. And Martin did that quite a few times, 2 notable times against Olympiacos. And that's where Gyökeres looked to be his best. So he'll miss him. Because if you play Eze in a number 10, Eze is a more an individual type of player. We want Eze to go past his man. We want Eze to have a shot from 30 yards like he did at Palace. We want him to get the end of chances and make late runs in the box. That's the number 10 we want. So it's going to be a bit different. Ethan Enquiries, we like the fact that he has that turn of pace and he's going to want to have shots as well, but also he's going to play those balls. So it is an opportunity that we've got to take. But you know, one of our biggest fears is with the games we've got, say Odegaard doesn't come back, you think of that. Say if he's not ready for Tottenham, he's not ready for Bayern Munich, he's not ready for the Chelsea game. You know what Arteta tends to do? Rather than take risks, he'll go and play his horses, man. Against, you think Bayern Munich, you think that midfield and how they dominated us 2 years ago, and you think about the temptation. Would he play Eze, who wants to get forward, even though it's a home game? Would he play Ethan Enquiries, who gives us a change of pace? Would he go to his mate? He's very good mate, our good friend, Mikel Merino, as a horses for horses guy. So when we talk about, opportunities, knocks for those 2 players, yeah, if we're playing front foot football, but if we're not playing front foot football and we're playing like, we're going to maximise the players we have at disposal, it could be an idea. But one thing is, give Arteta, like his dues. He has surprised us. He has played interesting football. He has made interesting, like a tactical, switches, and he's played Eze. So hopefully he proves me wrong. But yeah, you're right, Jess. It's an opportunity for both players. But Gyökeres may prefer you know, maybe an Ethan who will get him chances more than probably a Eze, who we want to play like he did at Crystal Palace, more in an individual. You know, get some goals, excite us, beat his man.
I think though that Eze, mate, just quickly, and I'll shut up. I think the difference with Eze is it won't be slow and ponderous. He's a more direct player, and I personally hope that helps Odegaard now. It's not Odegaard, Grokres. I hear what you're saying, but I just think Eze's got that more intense style of play, which may generate more forward passes than Odegaard sideways and sideways. So we're going to see, aren't we? But it's exciting in prospect, I think.
No, I agree. Now, Kenny made a good point about Marino as well. Yeah, because let's be real, yeah, it's his go-to guy, isn't it? Yeah, so like, whilst it's like exciting that we might be able to get Eze in his actual position, we know this manager don't do things that are supposed to be done. You know? Do you know what I mean? So it wouldn't surprise me if the very next game that we play, Mikel Merino's in midfield and Eze's on the bench. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, our next game's Fulham away as well. We ain't won there for what, 2 years?
2 years,
3 years? Something like that. Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me one bit if we see a midfield, Rice, Mendy and Mikel Merino against Fulham. Then after that, we've got Atletico at home. Then we've got Palace. That ain't going to be easy.
Yes, right here.
Then after that, we've got Brighton in the Cup. So we'll probably throw our reserve team out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burnley away. Slavia Prague away.
Who
we got after that?
Sunderland. We've got Sunderland. And it's another international. I have to admit, sorry to sort of like come on the end of your points, but I see what you guys mean about international breaks, because you've just gone through like some really good games, you know, regular condensed program, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, another international break, which kind of so that's the third international break in 3 months. So I do get it in that respect. Yeah, I do get it, because you think about it, momentum. It's a chance for us to get momentum in both competitions, all three, and then all of a sudden, when we could be about a couple of points up on the league, or 3 or 4, who knows? And then all of a sudden, boom, it's another international break, and then we got difficult games to come after that. But yeah, the thing about it with Fulham, I will say one thing: they are missing a couple of good players. They're missing their right back Tete. We don't know what's happening with Robinson, and obviously Muniz. And there's questions. Muniz is not going to be fit. Tete's not going to be fit, and there's going to be questions about Jimenez, who plays really well against us. So yeah, they'll have a strike problem, and it's an opportunity for us to sort of, you know what, do something different. You know, set pieces seem to be working again, don't they?
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, this is a great point. Big up everyone locked in, man. 300 in here. These likes are a shambles. Yeah, run through these likes, guys. Come on, get the likes done, and make sure you sub to Jez's Arsenal. And obviously Lee reacts, and Kenny Ken's Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta. But this is a good point. We've got to hope that Eze and even Rice as well, yeah, don't get injured. Because whilst it's all good, people waxing lyrical about Saka's screamer the other night, and it was a cracking goal as well. Like these international breaks, people just flip and flop on them every time. Because if we have a player get injured, obviously we don't want to see that happen. But if Rice or even Skelly, Rice, Skelly, or Eze get injured on Tuesday, all of a sudden, these pointless international games, why are we playing these games? And then on the flip side of that, they wax lyrical when our players score or have a good game. So it's like, you can't have it both ways. Do you like the international games or don't you? Because when our players don't get called up, everyone starts crying about it. Then when they do get called up and then they get injured, everyone's crying about it. So do you want them called up? Do you not want them called up? Do you want to watch the games? Do you think they're good or not? No, I don't get it. And at the end of the day, a player can get injured anytime, anywhere. He can get injured falling down the stairs at his house. Do you know what I'm saying? It could happen all the time. So it's like, here's a good point that if we got to hope he don't get injured, because then what? And this is another thing with this squad that we've got, right? On paper, it looks good. Yeah, all of a sudden, a couple of key players are out and we're fucked. Declan Rice gets injured, then what? Yeah, where are we going with that then? What, Mikel Merino in midfield? They have no Odegaard, Mikel Merino in midfield with Zubamendi. Good luck. Yeah, good luck with that. That's got to be the slowest midfield pairing we've probably got. Yeah, and then if you put in, say, Eze in the 10, well, you know Eze's not going to do as much tracking back as Odegaard would. He wants to go forward a lot more. Yeah, so we've got a good squad. We're top for a reason. We've been the best team. Yeah, but at the same time, we just got to keep some of these players fit now. Because as it's been for the last sort of year or so under this manager, we've got very lucky with the fact that as soon as a player's injured, one of them's just come back in that position. Yeah, there's going to be a scenario where that ain't happening this season. Yeah, and we have to account for that because if Declan Rice and Zubamendi get injured, where are we going with that? What, Norgard and Mikel Merino?
Cool.
See what I'm saying? So whilst it looks good on paper, yeah, it don't really matter so much that Odegaard's out because we have got two or three players that can play there. Yeah, that are decent players. But if somebody like Rice or Zubamendi gets injured, we're pretty fucked. Because I ain't looking to see Mikel Merino and Norgard in the pairing in midfield.
No.
So same with the wing positions. We're pretty covered for wing options now. Yeah, and we're pretty covered with defensive options. It's just that midfield. And I said that at the start of the season. If Rice gets injured this season, we're in big problems. I don't know.
Fully fit anyway, Lee.
Yeah, true.
I don't think he's fully fit. There are times towards the end of the game he's really blowing, and I think he's still carrying that injury myself. So that's another one, isn't it? That's another ice cube that we can slip over on, because if he goes down, we are in deep trouble. But we'll see. We are going to see.
What do you think, Kenny?
Yeah, Rice is very important to us. Very important to us. Don't get me wrong. People seem to think I've got an issue with Declan Rice, which is the biggest thing of nonsense I've ever heard. You know, because I don't because I big up other midfielders we've had at the club other than Declan, or I haven't called out Paul Scholes because he rates Tonali and he says he's probably the best midfielder he's seen in the country. It doesn't mean I don't rate Declan Rice. I just have a disagreement over where I think is his best position. But he is. I don't know where he gets his energy from, but as Jay says, I'm not convinced he's fully fit, and he will break down. And there are opportunities like to rest him. But the fact is, it's club and country. Arsenal have to win at least the Champions League and the league, so you've got to play Declan Rice, who's one of our best players, and England have to play Declan as well because they have to qualify. They're going to qualify for the tournament anyway, but they're going to want to make sure they have a pattern of play going into the first game in the World Cup next year. And Declan, Arsenal fans would like Declan to be part of that team. And Jesse's so right about one thing, and both of you are right. There's no winners. We say we hate international football, but we're all about going to the pub, like I said, making sure we bring someone who hates football, 24/7, except for this big tournament, to try and impress them and go, oh yeah, let's go and watch the footy. And they'll get, jingoistic with their little flags and then other things as well. We want our players to feature. So we hate international football. We don't care. But if our players don't get a game, we moan. So yeah, it's one of the things. There's no winners. But the fact is, Declan is very, very important because there's no replacement for him. Because of his energy and because of his set pieces, we're definitely going to have to look at Norgard. Norgard is, how I say, he's an honest pro. He'll give everything he can for the football club, but he is what he is a backup. Maybe the main man at Brentford, but Arsenal is a backup. So it's, as I said, without a shadow of a doubt, Declan's really important to us, very, very important to us. Keep him fit. He performs like he did in the second half of last season. And who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I have to admit, his performances this season, I think, without a shadow of a doubt, West Ham, his best performance of the season. Last month's Newcastle, I thought he played well. And other times he hasn't played well. I would like him to play. He's had to do other people's defensive work. But yeah, he's not fit. Big problem.
Yeah, and Yeah, well, I was just going to say, and this is a problem with Saka as well. Yeah, because Saka's our most consistent forward player in terms of his output, in terms of his goals. You know, every week you're going to pretty much get a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 most weeks with Saka. Yeah, he's had games where he's not in the game. Yeah, everyone has. Yeah, but if Trossard has a stinker, yeah, let's say out of 10 games, Trossard will probably have a stinker about 4 of them, 5, 6 of them maybe. Yeah, Saka don't do that. Yeah, so we've got to keep Saka fit as well. Yeah, and every time he goes down, it's like, oh shit, Saka's injured. Yeah, whereas with some of the other players in this team, that's not to say that we don't care about the other players. Yeah, but when it's other players, it don't really matter so much. Yeah, because if Saka's on the team, I think that because, especially with Gyökeres now as well, yeah, I think that because people double and treble up on Saka, they double and treble up on everyone. Yeah, but Saka will get more closely marked, if that makes sense. Yeah, because they know that you've got to get on him quick, otherwise he can cross the ball, and his crossing is not bad to be fair, but he can just drop that shoulder and ping it straight in the bottom corner, or in the top corner, like he did for England the other night. So with him, I feel like players get closer to him. Yeah, but he's got to figure that out, and he does most times. Trossard, he's fallen off a cliff in the last 2 years. Same with Martinelli. Yeah, whereas Saka's just stayed consistent and still keeps going. I know he was injured, so obviously his goals went down last season. But I think with Gyökeres in the team as well, yeah, we've now got somebody who also occupies 2 centre-backs because they know that at any point he can score. Yeah, so they're on him. So now that should leave space for Odegaard in midfield or Eze in midfield to step up and go and score this season. Yeah, and score a load of goals. Because if you've got 2 players on the right wing, or their left side, as I should say, and then you've got 2 players occupying a striker, well, where's our left winger and number 10 then? Yeah, because they should be having an output this season. Yeah, and if we're going to win this league, which I still don't believe, by the way, yeah, then our attacking midfielders need to bag a fuck ton of goals this season. Yeah, because the striker's not done it yet. He's scored, 3 league goals? Yeah, who's our highest scorer this season? Is it him? It probably is, isn't it?
I think it is Gyökeres, isn't it?
Yeah, he's probably highest goal scorer this season for us. Unless I've missed something. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We're already in the it is him, yeah? Wow. So our highest goal scorer is on 3. Do you know how crazy that is? 3 goals.
Not good, is it?
Nah. I know we're top of the league, yeah, but it ain't necessarily because we're blowing teams away. It's because our defense is solid. Yeah, but again, we're going to come up against teams where you need that little bit of cutting edge. Yeah, and we've seen all too many times over the years that when it really matters, we don't do it. No. This is where Eze has to step up. This is where Odegaard has to step up. Martinelli, Noni Madueke when he's back. Do you know what I'm saying? Players like that, they've got to chip in this season. Otherwise, we ain't winning nothing.
No.
Yeah, so whilst it's good to have Saka in the team, the rest still have to step up because he does occupy a couple of players. Yeah, but that should leave space for somebody else. And I just don't see, Odegaard, he had that season where he bagged 15 goals. And then since then, we've never played like that. Yeah, we're way too defensive. So now we've got to try and do set plays, which we've incorporated into the game since then. Yeah, and then we've got to try and get somebody to ping something out of nothing. Yeah, which is where these other players need to step up. Because you can't just rely on Gyökeres and Saka all year.
No.
Ain't enough.
No, definitely.
Sustainable, is it? I mean, this comes down to the old same old, doesn't it? Really, if you put too much pressure on those players, Saka especially, we know he's had a couple of bad, nasty injuries, and yeah, he's looking all right. He's okay, but you keep putting that pressure down on him, he's going to break down again, and then what? Then we're really stuffed at the end of the day. So it's time for a few other players, mate, to join the party. You know what I mean? Start slotting a few goals in, because Gyökeres, look, we all know it can take players time to adjust, especially foreign players, to adjust to the Premier League's physicality and pace. I think he will, but he's not. I'm not going to put 100% on everything on him. other people have got to step up now. If we've got Martinelli's got to step up because God knows what's happened to him. Great shame. When he first come to us, I thought, oh wow, look at this player. You know what I mean? When he first joined Emery's team, but it seems to have gone backwards. So I don't know what's there. Yeah, I'm told Arteta's the best coach out there. Really? Okay. Yeah, he might be big best couch, but you know what I mean. End of the day, I'm not convinced on that one. So yeah, Martinelli, Trossard, when he plays, they got to step up, mate. Come and join us. You know, don't be out there and not be part of the game. Because another one, Trossard, you just said it. Look good, scored goals. Not doing it now. You know. So yeah, there's a few other players that have got to join in as well. So again, it comes down to the question of who tactically is going to run the show, and is Arteta going to get it right? Well, we all know what happens there, don't we? When it comes down, when you got to put your nuts on the table, Kenny. Yeah, you coin your phrase, my friend. This is where it's got to come down to now. And is the game tomorrow night, Kenny? The England game?
Yeah, tomorrow night. It's Latvia. Yeah, so I think if results go England's way, which is highly likely it will, and England win, then they're on a plane to the United States as group winners.
All right. So the only reason I say that is we'll move the quiz then to Wednesday night. All right.
Yeah, definitely. That should be that. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, because I've got my phone call at 8 o'clock. But I'll just tell the 6 till 8. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah. I don't know how to get hold of Men's Creamer though, so I'm hoping he's going to join in the chat here, and I can.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you can how you contact him. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. He don't follow us anywhere. But us. I don't know. You doing any content? Before?
I might do a quick show tomorrow just to see if he jumps in. I can say, look, mate.
So that's just highly likely he's going to kind of jump in. But yeah, I'll pencil it. Was it 6 o'clock on a Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, if I can't get hold of him, we'll just do a show anyway. We do the old show instead.
Yeah, one thing we'll say, judging by your point, you made some really good points. We have done it before. Let's not forget. We got goals out of Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka. But the season afterwards, the season where I think we were best equipped to win the title, we did have players getting in. We had goals from Saka. We had goals from Martinelli until we fell off. We had goals from Trossard. We had goals from Havertz, believe it or not. And it was a case like we were really, really pugnacious and really like pungent, robust in the way we played. It wasn't pleasing the eye, but we smashed teams. So we need to get back to that in order to replicate that. I think if we do, get back to those sort of like scoring levels, then the only thing that could stop us is something mental happening in the Northwest. Something mental happening with Haaland, who can't just stop scoring. He just goes, one other, or Liverpool, Ekitike, Salah, all those guys have big games. But the pressure on us is that whilst we're on top, we can't afford to slip off because Man City seem to have got, past their difficult period. Liverpool in a difficult period. But, the averages say they'll get past that difficult period. So we always have to remember one thing. Yes, they are there for the taking without a shadow of doubt, Troy. But it's going to be very, very close to call because there's some really good sides, Everyone says we've got the best squad in the country. But if you're to do a combined Man City squad and Arsenal squad, and you'll do a combined Liverpool and Arsenal squad, hand on heart, you'll have probably half and half, if not half and half, in both squads. Because there's a few players who play for Liverpool that I'll definitely have over some of our players. And there's a few of the Man City players that I'll definitely have over our players. So it's going to be really close to call. But if we slip up and don't, as Jay says, get those goals, yeah, it could be a situation because your defence can only help you so much. So much.
Mm.
No, that's spot on. Absolutely spot on. Listen, there's nearly 450 in here. I'm going live in half an hour on the other channel to watch Cordoba, La Liga 2. Watched a cracking game yesterday. Malaga slapped up Deportivo yesterday. What a game that was. And Charlie Patino FC is in the mud. They could have gone top as well, Deportivo. And they effed it against Malaga. Go on, Malaga. But yeah, La Liga 2 is where it's at. If you're bored of international games, guys, whenever the international breaks on, La Liga 2 is quality. So get on that. Big up Joseph, brother. 57 months. Appreciate you. Big up Lee, Jez, and Kenny. Fulham Palace, big tests. They are big tests. But again, we just got to keep winning because I think Gravenberch is out injured now. I think Gravenberch is injured. I think Salah's injured. Konate's fallen off a cliff. I think he's injured as well, isn't he?
I think Konate's the one who's I think he's injured. I think Gravenberch is fine.
Oh, is he okay? Is he?
Yeah, it's Konate's the one who's injured. Apparently, he's got a thigh injury. I mean, he done his thigh against Chelsea. So yeah.
Okay.
So who's going to partner our good friend Van Dijk?
Yeah, mad. Yeah, Mohamed Salah missed the World Cup qualifier yesterday. Yeah, he missed it, and so I'm assuming he was injured. I'm literally looking at the fixture now. Salah was not included in the matchday squad at all. Wow. There was some leads have say that it may be about an injury. I don't know. Maybe they'd already pretty much qualified and knew that they were going to beat Guinea. I don't know. Who knows? I'm sure we'll find out at the weekend when the squads are announced for the games. Who have they? They got Man United, didn't they? Interesting. Yeah, they got Man United. We just got to keep concentrating on what we're doing because they've got a manager that's already both of the teams that have in and around it have both won it. Yeah, Man City and Liverpool. So we're the ones when people sit there. This is what makes me laugh as well, right? Jamie O'Hara is a bit of a prat. We all know that. But he's right in what he's saying. How can we be favourites when we ain't won it for 20 years? That makes no sense. We've proven we can't win it. Yeah, the other two teams have proven they can win it. And in the last couple of years as well. Like Liverpool current champions and obviously Man City the champions before that. So I don't understand how we can be considered champions. Oh, sorry, favourites to be champions if both of them have both won it in the last 2 years. That makes no sense. I couldn't care less if we're favourites or not. Just because you're not favourites or you are favourites doesn't mean you're winning it. Yeah, so like all of this talk, yeah, and people crying about it, going, "Oh my God, Jamie O'Hara said this and Carragher said that." How does that stop us winning a title? It don't, does it? How does that stop us putting the ball in the back of the net? It don't. We just got to keep doing what we're doing and then just hope that Liverpool and Man City drop points. But then when they do drop points, we got to carry on winning. Yeah, because as it stands, if the league ends right now, we've won the title. Yeah, let's hope that's the same in May. Yeah, let's hope that if we go 5-6 points clear, this fan base don't get carried away. Because they'll run their mouth all over the internet, slagging off every other manager, player and owner and all of this and that and fans and that, yeah. But at the same time, come May, if we don't win it and we were 7-8 points clear, then who's going to look the silly ones? Because we've been in a position before where we've been 8 points clear and we didn't win it. So even if we go 8 points clear, I'm still not convinced we're winning it. Until we win it, I'm not convinced.
No.
We've seen we fold. Innit? Jez, we were gassed that season. Kenny, you was in the ground every home game. The stadium was bouncing. Yeah, when Reece put that one top corner, everyone started thinking, shit, we're actually going to win this. Yeah. Did we? So it's like, yeah, it's cool that we're top of the league now, but it's 7 games, mate. That's it.
That's it, mate. It's only 7. Oh, dear. Some of the things I've seen going about. Yeah. Best team. Right. It's 7 games. It's 7 games. We've got, how many we got more? We've still got, what, 31 to go? 38 games, isn't it? 30, yeah. So we've got 31 to go here. We always know Arsenal like to cock things up at Christmas. That's the traditional Santa Claus Arsenal. And You know, what do these people get out of it? They put up these absolutely numpty posts on these social media. Best team. And these stupid statistics they come out with. I think, what? You're just making it up to make out. They obviously just do it for the fact they want to get likes and subs and God knows what else. But I'll wrap it there. But Kenny, I'm going to give you a prediction, mate.
Yeah.
World Cup. Right. Watch out for the Faroe Islands, mate.
Bloody hell. I thought you'd come out with some big. Have they qualified yet?
Nearly. Won the
Bloody hell,
last 2 games. Yeah, they're doing all right, mate. Faroe Islands.
That is something that I like to watch. I keep on forgetting. I remember the Faroe Islands, their first ever win in '92. They beat Austria 2-1, and I remember everyone just going, "Bloody hell!" I think they were checking where it was in the map. Apparently, it's near Denmark.
Can anyone name any Faroe Island players?
No.
Trust me, you could offer your whole channel, and they would, and you'll still have your channel, but intact, because no one will know any of their names without googling them as well. But yeah, back to sort of like Jez's point. The thing about it is that the people that criticise Gary Neville's and criticise our pundits, Arsenal fans that is, they got very short memories. Because Gary Neville's got us as favourites of winning the title. Jamie Carragher last season did not have Liverpool as favourites. In fact, he said they should be happy just to be in the top 4. So I don't know where that. I don't know where the bias against Arsenal has come from. This season, he's been extremely critical of Liverpool. He was criticising when they were winning games. Because he kept on talking about the way teams are going through their defence and the way players ain't pressing like they were last season. So Arsenal fans need to sort of like rewind a bit about that. The fact is that Arsenal fans are probably one of the biggest critics out there. There's a lot of Arsenal fans who openly back Arteta and openly want him replaced. I think the Arsenal fans that think we're going to win the league is in a very, very small percentage. And the ones who are saying we're going to win it now, weren't saying it'd be at the time. We know one person in particular. One win, couple of wins, we're the favourites, and that's going to be over by April.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're right. But the fact is, Jamie O'Hara isn't stupid. Of course he's a Tottenham fan. He hates us with a passion that he'll kill for. All Spurs fans will hate us with a passion and kill for. But I always say, and I said it when we had that situation with Paul Merson and Tony Adams, the only way Arsenal can turn the noise down, turn the volume off, is by winning the league. All we got to do is win it once, and people will shut up. Win the Champions League, people will shut up. At the end of the day, our players will be the ones doing the talking, not us. We can cry and moan and say and bitch and say, oh, how dare anyone talk about Arsenal? They're not playing them. How dare anyone say Tonali is the best midfielder in the country? And how dare anyone not say it's Declan Rice? You can cry all we like, but the fact is that we haven't won anything. You weren't close to anything last season. If you think a semi-final Champions League is close when you lost your home and away league, that's not close. We weren't close the season before that. We threw the league in Man City's direction. Let's not forget the season when we should have won the league. Man City won a treble. So just stop. Bigging ourselves up until we win it. That's the best way. You want silence? You want praise? Win something.
The Invincibles were getting all the praise in the world. The 02 team got all the praise in the world. Exactly. 98 team, all the praise in the world.
Exactly. Rod Hollett, he says to Roy King, remember on Overlap, he gets side strains. Let's have side strains. Let's lift some trains and have some side strains. Yep. You know what I mean? all this crap about we got the best defense in the league. We've got the best squad in the league. So what? Win things. Win.
You can't claim to be the best if you haven't won it.
Who's this fella? You guys will know. Who's this Pincus?
I don't even get me started.
No.
I'm in a good mood today, mate.
I've known him for years. No, on a serious note,
I'm going to get a beer.
Because him and Lee don't get on, but I've known him for years. For years. And yeah, he's Arsenal through and through. You know, he won't mind me saying this. He's half and half. He's half and half. Like what I mean by half and half is he's got one side Tottenham and one side Arsenal. He's doing the bits in the media. Him and Lee absolutely despise each other.
Be an Arsenal and support Tottenham. How's that work?
No. He's Arsenal through and through. His mum. I think his mum. Him and his mum are Arsenal, and his other family members, you know, brothers and they're Tottenham. That's why I say half and half. He comes from an half and half household.
Right.
But yeah, I've known him for years. Me and him get on like an house of fire. We always talk. You know, we've had conversations about his bust ups with Lee, and I've told him, look, I've told him, said, forget boxing, because you know the boxing, leave the boxing in the box, as people can get really hurt there. And we have spoken about it as well. But yeah, he's done quite a few things. He's interviewed footballers. He's done promotional work for other football clubs, and he's now in that sort of media, kind of stratosphere.
No, the only reason I'm asking, he has these debates with the guy Lawrence Emanuel in the Los Angeles, and Lawrence.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's like falling outs. The thing is that they both got. But I've told me and Lawrence have spoken about. So the thing is, you both got something, both got things in common. Only you don't know it.
Yeah, it's quite funny. I didn't know who the fellow was. I didn't know.
I think he's in his early 20s. If not, he's back 21, 22. But yeah, he's Arsenal. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, he's.
Funny thing is, he was saying to Lawrence, stop spreading hate about Arsenal. You know, whatever. and then that guy Pincus, or whatever his name is, he was doing exactly the same thing back. I thought, I'm not going to make a comment on this, but you're talking about spreading hate, but what you were calling Lawrence, you know, he's calling him a Joe Blunt and all this and everything, and I thought, well, that's spreading hate as well, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the internet though, Jez. This is why I just laugh at these people. Yeah, I've been doing this channel nearly 7 years. The 21st of November is 7 years. Yeah, I've seen there's so many people come and gone, that just chat shit. That's what it is. It's the internet, Jez. I just laugh at it. Yeah, at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinions on the football club, of course they are, or in anything. Yeah, but it's like the amount of people that are just happy with mediocrity, or the amount of people that are just like accepting that second is good. Like, I find weird. But then when you deep it, it's not, because most of these people accept second in their life. Yeah, so that's how it is, isn't it? Most of these people are born buffering.
Yeah.
Born deficit. They're never getting out of deficit, so they're happy just to keep going around the mill, around the merry-go-round. Yeah, just plodding along, just getting by. Yeah, so when they see people that have standards for their football club because they've got standards in their own life, right? They don't know how to handle that. And that's not, I'm not talking about him in general. I'm just talking in general. Yeah, him personally, I meant like him in general. Yeah, I'm not talking about, right? I'm talking about the internet in general. Yeah, because I see it every day on here, Jez. Yeah, every single day there is a new spastic that turns up in my chat, chatting absolute garbage. Yeah, and especially in international breaks, by the way. When it's international break, oh my fucking God, they're all out the woodwork in them 2 weeks. Who cares?
Can I read this one to you? I think this is fun. You might know who this is, right? This is a guy called Ruben AFC. Know him?
Never heard of him.
Right, okay. Mikel Arteta does not need to win a trophy to prove himself. He is already at the level of Guardiola, Klopp, and Ancelotti. So that's it, boys. That's it. We don't need.
There we go. We've succeeded, guys. We've succeeded, guys. Mikel Arteta is a fucking genius. So we've got a genius manager up there with three of the legends of the game. We've got the best defense. We've got the best right winger. We've got a great striker. We've got the best midfielder in the world. Yeah, we've got Eze back at the club. You know, we've got the wild horse roaming free at left back. I mean, what do you want? Why would you want a trophy? That's just a cherry on top.
Yeah.
That's just the icing on the cake. Why would you want a trophy, Jez? Do you know what makes me laugh, right? It's when you see these people chatting shit like that, you just got to laugh at it, Jez, because they've been brainwashed.
I've obviously been misled all my life, ever since I started watching football, right? I honestly, I've been misled down the garden path, right? My granddad obviously knew nothing about football when he told me the aim of the game is to win trophies.
Well, that's why they hand them out to the winner, Jez.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't want that, people. We don't care about that.
No, but you know what makes me laugh, right? Is ask these people what year they started supporting Arsenal. 9 times out of 10, it was the year we won a trophy. Yeah, why? Because they liked us winning a trophy. And then what's happened is they've been systematically broken down by the constant fucking wave after wave after wave of PR nonsense for this manager that's in charge. Yeah, and then they've seen us go from 8th up to 2nd and put the pressure on. So they're happy with that because under Wenger, we were a mess. We were a mess. Oh, look at where the club was. Yeah, that same mess. Yeah, won us 3 FA Cups in his last 5 years. He never finished 8th.
No.
Unai never finished 8th. Yeah, but these men have been bamboozled and brainwashed into thinking that finishing 2nd 3 years in a row from when you finished 8th that you actually took us to, is actually success because we're doing it against Pep Guardiola. They're great. If Liverpool win the league this season, right? Right, this lot will sit there as en masse, this fan base, not all of them, but loads, majority of them will sit there and say, well, they've done £500 million in the summer. How can we compete with that? If they don't win it, because apparently they're in crisis, Liverpool, by the way. Liverpool are in crisis and they're 1 point behind super duper all singing, all dancing Arsenal. But they're in crisis. If Man City win it, well, they've got Pep and Haaland. Yeah, and they've bought 11 players since last summer. That's what they'll say. If they don't win it, yeah, then they'll say, all right, they're washed. They're finished. He needs to go. They're fucked, that Man City. So they're like 5-year-olds squabbling over the fucking sandpit.
But it's Arsenal fact. Let's not forget, it's very easy to sort of like say, you know what? It's the young fans who've only known Wenger, only known Mikel. Don't underestimate the influence some fans have. You know, there's a guy on TikTok. He's been going a lot longer than me. He is the most positive Arteta I've ever known. And it's not. And then that's one person. Then you've got a group of guys who go home and away all the time. They're Arteta. They back the process. So these young lads are influenced by a lot of older fans who are blatantly behind the Mikel Arteta. And these older fans will have a go, swear, have a go at Jamie Carragher, have a go at us, call us all sorts of names because of what we're saying, because they're part of the situation. It's easy to blame our cousins from abroad. Oh, they live up there, they live on the other side of the world. How dare them lecture us? Oh, what about these young fans? Oh, they didn't see us win things. No. What about the ones who've seen us win things? The ones who've seen us win things, the older fans, the first thing they'll tell you, and you know it, from the 1980s, Liverpool dominated. Or you will have ones, between 1953 and 1970, we didn't win anything. So it's a collective. You know, all the guys who are positive and try to shout us down. They come in all sorts of eras. But
Rand summed it up perfectly the other day on his stream, right? When I was on with him. He said it's the same at Man United as well, by the way. You know, it's happening at a lot of clubs now as well. But again, that comes back to a lot of PR. And COVID birthed this, really, because people were sat in their house for 2 years. So now it's just a jolly up at match day. And the way Vance broke it down the other day, he said, basically, you've got people that have been going 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah, it's part of their life. Yeah, so they're just happy to be there now. Yeah, because it's like they've done it for so long. It's like smoking or drinking. Yeah, like it becomes like habit, doesn't it? Yeah. So now they're just happy to go. But then you've got the younger ones. Yeah, that it's now a jolly up. They can go down the pub with their mates and meet up with other people that go and this and that. And now they feel part of something. Right. Then you've got the tourist ones that come over first time at the Emirates, so on and so forth, which is cool, by the way. Yeah, but they're just happy to be there. Hence why they've done their trip from Australia, America, or wherever it is around the world. So now what happens is 95% of that fucking stadium is full of people just happy to be there.
Mm.
Yeah, which is why the Cronkies are fleecing the fuck out of all of them. Yeah, the 5% that do have standards get shouted at all through the game. Yeah, my mate Jamie, I said this before to you guys, I think. I've definitely said to Jez. My mate Jamie, right? His dad's been going 56 years. And I know he watches as well. Bless up to you, mate. And he's been going 56 years. When Granit Xhaka had his last game against Wolves and then he was leaving, all the people that he sits with in the stadium have all been going the same length of time as him and all relocated from Highbury to there, and they all got their seats together. Oh, you're not staying for the lap of appreciation, John? I mean, it's Granit Xhaka's farewell as well, John. Those ain't fucking won anything and walked out. These people are the same age as him. This season is the first season he has split the cost of that season ticket with his son, my mate Jay. Yeah, they've gone half each on it, 600 each. He goes, I ain't going every fucking week. Fuck him. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, and this is what it's become, because even people, you're just right what you said. Sorry, I'll let you go. Yeah, right. He's in his 60s. He's been going since he was a fucking little kid. Yeah, people in their 60s have been brainwashed into this because they're just happy to be there now, and they've seen us play Real Madrid, and Mikel Arteta's took us out the doldrums. It's a better atmosphere in the stadium. No, you're just happy to be there because you were sat at home not having no football for 2 years. You had to speak to your wife. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you're at work all week, and then you're fucking going football. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Sorry, Kenny.
No, but I'm literally fine. It's like that at every club. Let's not forget. You know, if you support the 3 biggest clubs in the country, you're going to have fans. You're going to say, "Calm down, for God's sake! You're spoilt by success." You've got Liverpool now. There's a guy. A guy on Liverpool, he's very critical. He's like you. He absolutely hates Mohamed Salah. Doesn't hate him, but he doesn't rate Salah. He does not rate Salah. Liverpool fan. I forgot his name, but he always comes on my TikTok because I just go for anything. And he's one of those guys who says, "Oh, you know, we're in transition. Stop your moaning and blah blah." And you've got the main eye. Let's not forget, I was in Manchester for the boxing because I watched the Everton game, Everton Arsenal game on TV at Goodison, and then got the train to Manchester, met with family, we went and watched the boxing in just basically in the Manchester Arena, but it was right next to the Etihad football stadium. So as I was went back to a hotel in Salford Keys, the Lowry, very nice by the way. Anyway, it's not
the one owned by Gary Neville, is it? No, that's right.
I'll go there if he wants. I'll go there if he gets me something free, and I get some things. I'll go there anyway. I went there, and this is Man United that was 14th for the table. There was like Man United. I was speaking to the Man United friends from the United States. I spoke to one guy from Austria, his son. I spoke to another one for Holland, and just like at Arsenal, it's the name. People, regardless of whether we win things or not, it's the name Arsenal. We all want to be there. You know, the amount of celebrities that now say they support Arsenal. You know, there's some that I have some very big suspicions about, but it's nice to support Arsenal. And then you've got Liverpool, they had the same sort of thing. But it's one of those things where it would be no skin in their nose if we don't win anything next season. But they'll love it if it does happen, because we can start saying, yeah, we've done it. But they'll be back in the droves. The guys who we kind of say have debates with say, yeah, if Arteta don't win anything, yeah, I think he has to go. Don't believe one word they're saying. They're only saying it because we pushed them into a corner. But that's not what they really want. They want to keep this manager because this manager gives them a blanket of
makes them feel bubbly inside.
Yeah,
it makes them feel proud to support Arsenal, to go down and see the Arsenal play.
Access to the club. And you know, these are the same people that when we were finishing top 4 under Arsene Wenger and we were wanting more, they said, well, what's wrong? Nothing's really wrong. They're the same people going to be saying the same thing. There's people out there to this day who think that we are completely off our rockers, off our nuts for having debates about Mikel Arteta's utility when we finish second in what they call the hardest league in the world. They generally think that we're the nutters, not them.
Yeah.
And they won't change.
Guess what, Kenny, yeah? If we had told them the day that Arsenal lifted that invincible trophy, right, in 2004, yeah, guess what? We'll be sat in 2025 and Arsenal won't have won another league. Yeah, they would have thought we were nutters then as well.
Yeah, of course so. But they can live off that, because let's not forget.
Is yours gowns?
No, it's not. It's not even most thing. Exactly. That's another trophy. When Liverpool lost, you had people going celebrating because they didn't go. And, they're not going to go unbeaten this season. The same thing. They're even celebrating Crystal Palace losing.
Yeah, I see
Crystal
that.
Palace. Yeah. So
it doesn't help when the football clubs facilitate this. Like I see, they lost to Everton, didn't they? Yeah, Everton. That's a fine. Everton tweeted Crystal Palace. Everton tweeted Crystal Palace saying update the bio, because they were updating their bio, Crystal Palace, of how many games unbeaten they'd gone there. So Everton tweeted them, update the bio. How about fucking update your trophy cabinet? How about that? Yeah, what is that all about? Oh, it's only a little bit of banter online. No, it's bullshit. Between them, they've won one trophy in the last fucking 30 odd years. Yeah, and they're bantering online. How about win some trophies? How about that? Because that is the sole aim of the game. And Everton, by the way, and I know Daryl's in there. I'll read that super chat in a minute, buddy. Thank you. Big up my boy Joe in the chat as well. But Everton used to compete for titles year in, year out with Liverpool. Yeah, and now they're sitting with some retard running their fucking social media accounts going, update the bio, Crystal Palace. You ain't won a trophy for how many years? How about you update your stadium trophy cabinet, yeah, with more trophies in it? We updated the stadium, to be fair. 95, exactly, FA Cup. Yeah, Joe Royle was the manager, wasn't he? Is it Joe Royle? I swear it was him that was manager.
It's Joe Royle. Joe Royle.
There you go. See, I don't know ball. I've got no ball knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. All of this is just a load of shit. And it has been done by design to lower the standards of fans that support these English clubs. Yeah, I was going through this on the stream the other day. All of the players that have got a massive pay rise and their bonuses, yeah, that are linked to their contracts at our football club, and how much money they've got from joining their previous club to come into Arsenal. The only player that's took a pay cut is Kepa. Every single player that has left their previous club to sign for this club that is in our current squad went up multiple times in their salary. Why? We're Arsenal Football Club, mate. We're bigger than Palace. Why are we paying him an extra 80 grand a week? He loves the club. He came through the academy. Why are we giving you 80 grand extra? Yeah, do you want to play for us or not? No? Cool. Well, fuck off then. Yeah? Well, Declan Rice, 1 year left on his contract. 60 grand a week contract he was on. Why are we giving you 240, mate? Yeah? Plus bonuses of 60 grand a week. Why? We're Arsenal Football Club. Yeah? Stay at West Ham then. So I'm saying it's bullshit, Jez, and it's all been done by design, lads, yeah, and chat, right, to lower the fucking standards of all of these English clubs. Yeah, it takes time. Look at Maresca. Maresca won 2 trophies in his first season, and even that guy's fucking waffling. Yeah, that guy will be lucky if he keeps his job this season, because Chelsea actually do have some level of standards. Yeah, Liverpool, first season, bang, won the league. Yeah, now you've got a large part of their fan base, yeah, criticising the club, criticising the owner, yeah, criticising the manager, criticising their players. Why? He's just won the league. Imagine Mikel Arteta wins the league. Fucking hell, we're never at the end of it.
No.
Yeah, Liverpool fans are already on his neck. Yeah, and I'll give you an easier example. Jez, you watch Arsenal ladies. After Arsenal ladies, every game, if Arsenal ladies don't win a game, or even if they do, like they did yesterday against Brighton, 1-0, worst game of football I've seen for fucking ages, by the way. Yeah, go and have a look at all the comments on Arsenal Women Twitter page. Yeah, this is unsustainable. Get her out. She ain't good enough. Why she keep picking the wrong team? The football shit. Yeah, half of these people have got me blocked, by the way, because of my takes on Mikel Arteta. So why do they have higher standards for our ladies team than they do for our men's then? Make that fucking make sense. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it because no, I don't use Twitter or X or whatever it's bleed. I've got it. I've got the app, and I never comment on there, and I do see comments, and I think, what? It's all about double standards. You know, you'll suck off bloody Arteta, right? But this woman, you know, the Arsenal ladies, they've won shit. They're one of the most successful clubs in ladies football ever. Fact, right? Back-to-back league trophies for about 8 years.
Yeah, 2 Champions Leagues.
Yeah, FA
including
Cup.
current holders of the champs.
And yeah, I mean, yesterday's game was bloody awful, but I think a lot of that was down to Brighton. Personally, I think
yes, it was just stop, start. It was fucking boring, wasn't it, Jez?
It was a terrible game. But I don't think it was helped by Brighton Hove Albion. I think they're a very poor team. Very, very poor team. I actually refed a friendly between Arsenal ladies and Brighton back in 1991. Actually, there you go.
Go on, Chezza.
And it's a pre-season friendly at Barnet Football Ground. Wow. And I told you that. I tried to get the manager's jacket, but he wouldn't have it. And
who was the manager? Can you remember?
Lewin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lewin.
Okay.
Arsenal physio.
Yeah, I never knew that he was the manager.
Yeah, he's the Arsenal ladies manager back in '91. And anyway, never mind. Arsenal won 10-0, by the way. And I was honest. I didn't cheat. Be fair.
All right, so no, in this era, Jez, yeah, that would, the Brighton fans would be going mad, going, no, look, they've employed an Arsenal official. Yeah, like they do about every match day. I think they were going, no, he's an Arsenal fan, he's reffing Arsenal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was pre-season friendly. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, I don't get it, man. You know, it's double standards. You know, if you got an Arsenal manager, men's manager that don't win shit, yeah, he's sucked off every single day, yeah, and yet you've got an Arsenal manager, ladies, who's actually won shit, and you're calling them out. What about you support that Arteta manager, but you're calling out the Arsenal ladies manager? What are you doing it?
Yeah, 6 games or 5 games into the season or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they've been shit all season.
They haven't been good, no.
No, they've totally gone away from what they did last season when she got the job. Yeah, she got the job it was about November last year, I think, as interim. Went on about a 12-game unbeaten streak. Then got it full-time in Jan, and by May won the Champions League. Yeah, and it's like even then, people were saying it's unsustainable. It was just luck. And maybe it was a bit of luck. You have to have luck to win a cup competition at some times. At some point, you have to be clinical and take your chances. Yeah, but let's not pretend that she didn't beat the best team on the fucking planet, who won 6-0 again yesterday, by the way, Barcelona. Away to Atleti, second in the league. They've conceded 1 goal in 7 and scored 37 goals. They're fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so how she beat them was class. And I remember doing a watch-on with Matty for that. Beating Lyon, who have won 8 Champions League, before in the semi-final, slapping them up at their ground after losing at home, losing to Real Madrid away and then beating them 3-0 at home. That was the run to the Champions League final. Yeah, so it's like she beat some very good teams and we played some good football. I was watching it. Yeah, but then this season she's been crap. And straight away, it's no give it time. Yeah, fix up or fuck off. Yeah, and the fans are on her case, man. And it's like, why can't we have that standard in men's football? I'll tell you why. Because you've got people that are on the fucking money train. Yeah, not just fans that are trying to get into the media, but the actual media. They know if they praise Super Duper Mick, yeah, let's be real, yeah, most of these ex-players won't want a manager sacked. They won't want a manager sacked. Gary Neville says it all the time. Oh, I hate saying about managers leaving. How many managers has Gary Neville sacked at Salford? Yeah, why didn't you keep him and trust the process? You're on mute, Kenny.
No, he sacked quite a few managers, Gary Neville. But that's the thing. Football's about keeping standards. Managers come and go. You know, in all walks of life. Sometimes a manager will get the sack and you're thinking, well, what's he done? What are you sacking him for? If we're in a good position. We're still like, you know, in the top half of the table. Why sack him? Sometimes managers think, you know, they want something different. You know, Mikel's not going to be here forever. He might think, right, I've had enough. I've taken this team as far as I can go. You know, it's taken a toll on me and I just can't do no more. I can't give this team no more. Or someone made that decision. You know, it's all about standards. You know, owners were making a panic button. But I will say one thing about this season. The Cronkies have really, really pushed the boat out. You know, if you noticed in their other franchises, when they pushed the boat out, they've expected, got, but most important, demanded success that season. And they got it.
Yep. Monaco sacked their manager the other day. Yeah, they were 3 points off the top. Why'd they sack him? Oh, because he won 1 out of 5. Bye-bye. Yeah, not good enough, mate. 1 out of 5. See ya. They're 3 points off. Well, I don't know, you know what they are because it's international break. Yeah, so they're 3 points off the top. And they sacked him. Why? Because they actually want to go and win the league and they can see, Jesus Christ, market opportunities everywhere in this Cordoba crowd. Fucking hell. I need to go Cordoba, lads. But yeah, they've realised that if we want to win the title, this guy's going on a slippery slope real quick. See you later. And this is the difference between teams that want to win. Whether it ends up with them winning, yeah, we'll find out. But they're paid employees. And the problem is the money in the game now. Yeah, you see when you see these players doing all these PR interviews and they're sitting there and they're doing their fucking like bullshit interviews and that, yeah? Right. And then they're modelling all the merch. I guarantee if you sit down all of these players and ask them if they want to do any of that, they'll say no. But they'll never say anything because they're nicking millions and millions of pounds out of the game every year. Yeah, Arsenal are paying stupid amounts of money to these players. So they're just like little robots. Yeah, they're not going to say anything. Why would Declan Rice ever come out and criticise anything? Say, no, boss, I ain't doing the merch. Yeah, I'm not modelling that. I'm a footballer. Why? Because we 4 times his wages. Yeah, to the point where he could donate 15 million pounds to Tower Hamlets. Yeah, he donated 15 fucking million. Where'd you get 15 million from and still not be skinned? Oh, yeah. Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, so he's never going to say anything, is he? Yeah, and that filters all the way up to managers as well, because all of these players are getting paid a very good wage. Yeah, fair play to them. I'm not knocking them for earning their money. Yeah, anyone who can earn that type of dough, fair fucking play to you. Nick it all, mate. Yeah, but at the same time, don't try and pull the wool over our eyes. Yeah, win shit. Oh yeah, well we can't ponder on this and feel sorry for ourselves. We've just got to go on to the next game. There's no accountability when you say that. It's oh yeah, basically we've got to forget about this. We've got another game on Wednesday. Yeah, cool. Yes, that is the case for you, but at least have some fucking like for the fans and take a bit of responsibility. How many times do we see Mikel Arteta ever come out in a press conference and say, "Yeah, I totally fucked up"? Maybe I could probably count on one hand since he's been here. Probably once a season. Yeah, I'll take responsibility for that. It's always, well, there's fine margins, guys. Well, you know, the ball, guys. The ball flies different, guys. Yeah, how comes we ain't finding it difficult to put the ball in the back of the net this season? It's the same fucking ball that we lost the League Cup to Newcastle with. It's the same ball.
Yeah.
It's literally the same ball. So how comes that was the excuse to get weighed in by Newcastle twice, by the way, over that semi-final, but we're top of the league now? How comes the ball ain't been a problem now? Yeah, and then when people sit there and they say, like when we got knocked out to Man United and then Newcastle in the same month, or there or thereabouts the same month, yeah, and people going, oh yeah, but we're going for the champs. We've got bigger fish to fry. We're going for the league. Yeah, okay, cool. So when we have an accountability for this, then what, end of the season? Cool. Then you come back at the end of the season and have accountability, but to try and give accountability. It's transfer window's open now. And they've totally forgotten about it. Nobody cares about last season. Not one person gives 2 fucks about the last 5 seasons. It's all about we're top. They've erased all the last 5 years.
Look, it's what it is. But the fact is that take it with a pinch of salt when certain people who we've debated with say that, yeah, if we don't win this season, yeah, then he's going to have to go, or we don't win it. No. Take it with a pinch of salt. You can't just. I personally think it's weak of them, in my opinion, to actually say that if he doesn't win anything this season, he should go, because I don't, because you don't believe it. You don't mean it. You firmly behind this manager, and I've got a great respect for you. You know, I was watching a show with Dan. Dan's show the day after I was on it, and they had who was on it? It was Albert, Graham, and quite a few, and I think Yarman was on
Judges.
And Graham put his hand up and said, "Oh, everyone said if Arteta don't win anything, he should go." And Graham said, "But would you keep Arteta if he didn't win anything?" Graham put his hand up, and he said, "Why? Yeah, what do you mean? Why not?" I first want to smash my fist right in his jaw. No, because I like Graham. But that's only because I'm so angry about the Arteta thing. But when he spoke, I respected him. You know, I respected him because he made me want to do that, but he still stuck to his guns. And that's what he generally believes. And that's what I always going to respect him, because I know that his reasoning, I don't like it. I think they're weak as piss, but it is his reason. And I respect that. And the debate continues. I'd rather not have to, but I'd rather he win it. But there's some people that play it, don't really mean it. I mean, let's not forget, if Liverpool when Liverpool were top of the table last season, certain people said, "Oh, Liverpool win the league, he's got to go." Well, you didn't mean it, because you used injuries, and you're still backing him now.
Context, guys.
Yeah. So you don't take it with
2 semis and we finished second.
Yeah, but take it with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, there are fans who are just happy with us competing. And I always say, whether we like it or not, there's room for everyone in our fan base. I don't pay for their season tickets. They don't pay for mine.
Wait, what's a pass?
You know, crack on if that's what you want to do. But I'm always going to fight you. I'm always going to debate you. I'm always going to be critical of your opinion. I'm always going to come after you.
But that's what it is, Kenny. And this is what the Cronkies know. They're dropping merch the other day. The jacket's 350 quid.
Oh, God, yeah.
175 quid for a fucking T-shirt. That's more expensive than the fucking jersey that the footballers wear. The actual official, authentic one. Yeah? It's an absolute disgrace. But they know that there's millions of people around the world that are exactly like that. Yeah. Oh, if he don't win anything this season, he's got to go. Then at the end of the season, well, we finished second and, you know, we missed out. So people just sit there and say, well, if we get to a Champions League final and lose the league on the last day of the season, yeah, and we get to an FA Cup semi-final and a League Cup final and we lose on penalties, what, you sack him? Yeah, he didn't win nothing, mate. Oh, but he's the closest, the quickest way for us winning. Bro, it's 6 years. I'm bored. It's boring. I'm sitting there. I've put this game on. I'm watching La Liga 2, Cordoba versus Cultural Leonesa. Cordoba Stadium looks fucking insane, by the way, and it's absolutely rammed. Absolutely rammed. There's got to be about 30,000 people in that stadium. Yeah, and I know that I'm going to sit and watch this, and it's going to be a great game of football. Yeah, the Malaga game last night against Deportivo, great game of football. I can already tell this game's on fire because it's end to end. Yeah, but this is what it is in Spain. Teams have a go. But let me tell you now, if a team in this country or a team in France or a team in Germany or wherever else it is around the world, yeah, allowed, well, it wouldn't be allowed. You would not see who's the last manager other than Simeone, and Simeone's on a 4.5 year trophy drought. Is there another manager that stayed at a football club that is currently at that club, yeah, that's on that length of trophy drought?
No,
because I can't think of one. Maybe the chat can, but Simeone should have been sacked after 2 years of no trophies because the standard was set at Atleti. Yeah, if Pep don't win anything this season, he should be sacked. Yeah, because the standard's been set at Man City. Yes, he set the standard, but if you don't win anything for 2 years, bye-bye.
Yeah, but you know, Simeone's Atletico Madrid. Sorry to say, he's Atletico Madrid. He's bigger than Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, but he's not though, Kenny. He's becoming that. But Atleti fans are on his case, man.
Yeah, they're on his case. But you know what? You know what keeps him going?
He pulls out a big win against Madrid.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's business. You think about Atletico Madrid over the years. Even when they've been winning trophies and haven't been winning trophies, what they've done, they've had a production line of strikers that have gone on to better things and made them a ton load of money. Atletico Madrid is basically an upper class Brighton. No, don't get me wrong, Brighton. I always say, I always joke that if you sign for Brighton, you might as well have a pre-contract pre-contract for Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Right.
And then have another one for Strasbourg.
Yeah,
if you sign for Chelsea.
Yeah, but if you're Atletico Madrid now,
Only retirement for Arsenal.
But you know, Scott, if you're Atletico Madrid and you're up and coming, and you have a couple of good seasons, you'll get a big move to a club in the Premiership or club across Barcelona, and even Real Madrid. Sacrilege that it sounds, but that Atletico Madrid are a feeder club.
They are in that sense. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, but at the same time, they're a feeder club that wins. Although for the last 4.5 years, they ain't won nothing. But now go and have a look how many finals they've got to in that time, which is why he's still there, because he does get all the way to the final. He loses the final, or he'll fucking he ain't won one for four full seasons, and then this season. Yeah, he shouldn't be at the club. But I hear everything you just said, and you're spot on. Yeah, but in England, yeah, this happens at loads of clubs. Yeah, I'll give him time. Why is Ruben Amorim still at Manchester United? Yeah, I see something. I don't know if you can hear this. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Who posted it out? Some fucking. Where was it? Actually, I'll have to send it in the group. I'll find it later. Can't remember if it was Instagram or YouTube. Yeah, and it was somebody basically saying, look at the state of the Premier League football. Yeah, we've got players that can't cross the ball because we have to keep the ball. Yeah, whereas before, and then he listed off a load of fucking wingers that dribble past you and make you look stupid every week and break your ankles. Yeah, then he was talking about strikers. Yeah, then he was talking about managers, and then it showed a graphic of Ruben Amorim. He goes, they had one of the most iconic managers ever, and Fergie. Yeah, now they've got that fucking pleb sitting there telling everyone, well, I'm not changing my system. Well, it clearly ain't working, Ruben. Yeah, it's the guys, it's the players, guys. It's not my system, guys. It's not working. But Man United fans have allowed that guy to stay in that job. Yeah, Man United, when they had Ten Hag, won 2 trophies. But they clapped them off the pitch at 7-0 fucking down. 7-0 to Liverpool, and you're clapping them off. That don't happen in Spain. They'd be getting punched up. Yeah, that don't happen in Italy. They'd be outside the fucking training ground. Yeah, and in France, they'd be outside the players' houses. Yeah, in Italy, they'd be trying to kidnap the players. But in England, let's all be nice. I'm not saying go to these extremes. You know, what I'm saying is it's all too nice in England. And why is that? Because there's way more PR. Then we pay way more money than any other country around the world in totality, yeah, for TV rights, which means the clubs can then pay more money to the players. So we can go and nab any players from around the world to bury these leagues. But then when it comes down to it, if you go and have a look over the last 20 years, which countries win the major honours in Europe? Majority of the time is Spain. Yeah, England, yeah, Germany every now and again, Italy every now and again. But normally it's Spain, the team that can't compete with the fucking massive riches of the Premier League. Yeah, but then when you go and have a look at the teams in England, Southampton, who finished bottom the other year, they got paid more money for getting relegated than Barca for winning the league. But then that's because there's less eyes on La Liga, more eyes on the Prem. But why? Because the Prem is a fucking fugazi. It's a facade. Sky Sports own the rights. They own the purse, along with TNT. So now they cause mad drama. Now, every single, and I say this, and chat have been on it as well, yeah? Every time it's the last game of the day, i.e. the Monday night football, Friday night football, a last game on a Sunday night, or a last game on a Saturday night, there's always a drama in terms of, the fourth official, his earpiece has gone, or his electrical stuff has gone, or the ref, and there's a stoppage in play for 12 minutes. There's always something. Why? To keep your fucking eyes on it. Yeah. Then everyone's tweeting about the controversies. Yeah. Over here, you don't get that. Win or fuck off. Yeah. It's as simple as that. You have to win. Yeah. Or bye-bye. Yeah. And that's how it is in Italy, Germany, France, everywhere. In England, it's all too nicey. Yeah. And this is why England as a nation don't win anything. Yeah. Yeah. The magic of the FA Cup. What? Because what? Well, the magic of the cup. Cool. Grimsby beat Man United the other week. If they don't win the cup, it ain't fucking magic, is it? Yeah, it's just a great night out.
Thing is, Lee, it goes deeper than that. England, well, the UK as a country's fucked. Right. I swear down. The other day, right, I was going up the road up there, right, and I was following this two Herberts on a fucking e-bike, masked up here, right? They've got their black hoodies,
yeah, the bandanas, yeah.
And I knew they'd done something, and I was waiting for a police car to come up behind me or something. And they overtook me. I was in traffic slowly, 5 miles an hour. And he got the passenger looking behind him. Then he got the driver looking behind him. Do you know, I was so fucking tempted to knock him off. I was so seriously. I thought, do you know, I just nudge your back wheel, you little melt, and knock you off. Because they went up round the traffic, round the roundabout, and fucked off. 5 minutes later, there's a police car coming up on the outside lane. And I thought, I wish the fuck I'd not you little bastards. Because unfortunately, this country's full of them.
Yeah, full of people that just, do you know what's mad, yeah? People can walk into Tesco, yeah, or any clothing shop, yeah, and just rob what they want. And unless it's over 300 or 400 quid, the police ain't even getting called because they ain't doing nothing. It has to be over 300 or 400 quid or something. Now people are just running riot.
Yeah, but it's the same with if you go to any like ticket machine in any of our tubes, people just run through the barriers.
Yeah.
And the reason why, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's jarring. It's jarring, man. No respect. No respect.
And I you know, the thing is,
no standards, man.
I said to Barb's about it when I went to see her, and I said, you know, I was so tempted to knock them, like just nudge the wheel, just nudge the back wheel, knock them over, and then.
But then you'd get arrested and go to jail for that.
It'd be me that'd get done.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Aggravated assault.
Yeah, right? It's not even worth it.
It's like
that pinging noise.
No, it's me.
Yeah, he's had about 15 fines on this.
Yeah. Kenny, you might as well get a direct debit, mate. You know what I mean?
I need a direct debit of fines, isn't it? It's like me getting booked and getting fined 2 weeks' wages because I'm always getting booked or sent off, isn't it? Yeah, call it Roy Keane. Let's call it the Roy Keane tax.
The Roy Keane tax. On that bombshell, we are going to wrap. Let me grab this super chat from Dow. Bless up, brother. 5 teams in the Prem should always compete for trophies. City, United, Chelsea. The Red Shites. Liverpool, he means, and Arsenal. The fact your fans accept second is mental. Facts. Yeah. Them 5 clubs should all be all out fucking going for it. And listen, people that say, yeah, they spend a lot of money, and we do all spend a lot of money as clubs, yeah? Right? But all of them have won a trophy in the last, 2 years, 3 years. In fact, yeah, United, all of them. Chelsea won 2 last season. United won 1 the season before. City have won 1 the last 2 years, and Liverpool are current holders. We're the only team out of them that ain't won a trophy in the last 2 years. Why? Because we've got no ambition to. We're just happy to be second. Yeah, and that stems from the ownership. There's 2 ways here to get standards and trophies into your football club. Number 1, the owner. So somebody like Roman. He went into Chelsea. They were a nearly team. They were a cup team, really, weren't they, back then? Feet, go on. They were a cup team, really, but they were, and people forget this, yeah? In 1999, when Man U did the treble, they finished 3rd. Yeah, and that was a 3-way title race, all the way down to pretty much the death. And I think they finished, 3 or 4 points off? Kenny will probably know. Yeah, they finished 3 or 4 points off treble winning Man United. But then what happens is people go, oh, the landscape was different back then. It was like 79 points they won the league on. Nobody fucking cares, mate. Yeah, when Blackburn won the league, they got 89 points. Why is everyone jumping for joy that we got 89 points? Like all these years later, who cares? Yeah, who cares? Yeah, so the owner, like Abramovich, puts the standards up and makes them from a cup team to the best team in a 20-year span in England, or the fans drag the standards up, yeah, and put pressure on the ownership. But when you've got both that are just happy plodding around, you have a stadium full of fans that are just happy to be there, and you've got an online fan base that are just happy because they've never seen us be this good in terms of competing. The whole club's fucked. It's finished. It's done. Same with Man United. two of the three biggest clubs in England are completely fucked. Yeah, they're completely buried. And when Tottenham get that naming rights for their stadium, yeah, they're a massive problem. Yeah, they're going to get about 600 million for that. Yeah, they're a massive, massive problem, mate.
One of
Yeah,
the best
so
run
maybe
clubs.
that'll be when our fans have a backbone. And
You know-
go, fucking
you know-
hell, Tottenham started winning shit.
One of the
In
best
fact,
run
even
clubs.
Tottenham won a trophy last year. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but Tottenham are one of the best run clubs in Europe, and they're
Yep.
probably the least successful clubs in Europe over the last sort of 18 years. That's why. Don't get me wrong, football's about glories. That's why I'm always backing their fans over Levy. I'm not going to patronise them or upset them, because what do you expect? Of course, if you're a big club like Spurs, of course you've got to run things professionally. Of course you have to have the best of everything. Same at Arsenal. We're a very professionally run club. Yeah, we generate millions. We're not going to get pork chops as CEOs or pork chops as lawyers. We can get the best of the best because we can afford it. But the game's about glory. Always has been.
Abramovich wouldn't have hired Arteta. Yeah, let's just be real with it.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't have hired Arteta. Never in a million
would.
years, mate. Never in a million years. Yeah,
See,
and if he did even hire him, go on.
The only mistake he made was he hired Big Frank in it.
Oh,
But even then,
yeah, but if he had hired Arteta, right, and he won the cup, yeah, then he would have gone, okay, cool. But he still probably would have sacked him. Yeah, after that cup win, he probably still would have sacked him. We've seen him sack Ancelotti in the tunnel at half time. Yeah, he just won a cup in the fucking league. Yeah, you're sacked, mate. Hold that.
Season after, his standards went down. Man United won the league comfortably, and Man United knocked him out of the Champions League quarter-finals, home and away, beating them home and away.
Yep, and when they were playing Everton, half time, yeah, we'll send you a P45, Carlo. We'll send you a P40. This is Carlo Ancelotti, not some Mickey Mouse manager. We're talking top of the top. Yeah, one of the best managers ever.
He's been sacked for quite a few clubs, even though he's won things.
He got sacked from Real Madrid. Yeah, the first time round.
Did he get sacked from Bayern?
I think he did, yeah. I don't think he got sacked from AC. Maybe he did. But then people even say that, oh yeah, but he only won one league title in 9 years at AC Milan. Yeah, did you see how good that league was? You see the teams, they still won stuff. They still won fucking Champions Leagues. He's still getting Champions League finals. He lost to Liverpool in Istanbul. Yeah, 2 years later, bang, he's won it. Yeah, he was still winning stuff. Yeah, and this is the thing, yeah. Our fans online, a lot of them, they have higher standards for every other club than they do for ours. And that pisses me off, because it's like, how are you laughing at Liverpool? How are you laughing at Chelsea? Oh, yeah, but look at where Man United were in the league. Yeah, or they've won a trophy, mate. Oh, look at Tottenham. They were 15th or 17th or whatever it was. Yeah, they won the Europa League. Yeah, but we're not in that because you have to be shit to be in that. Cool. Well, when we was in it, why didn't we win it then?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like arguing with a retarded 5-year-old.
It is.
It's genuine. That's why I don't go on many panel shows. Because I just can't be asked to fucking argue with people. It's boring. They're never going to change their mind.
It's all going to come out in the wash, Lee. May's going to be the time, or if it becomes mathematically impossible for us to win what we need to win the league, or we go out of tournaments, the discussions always will happen. But one thing is a fact, whether people like it or not. It will change in 2 or 3 weeks' time. 3 weeks before Liverpool were going to win it, account we came back into it. The top of the table will change hands. Just like that. 3 teams are going to have their turn of running things, because Man City haven't lost since Brighton. I think they've won every game except for us where they drew.
Haaland's bang on form at the minute as well.
Yeah, it's banging form, so they'll have their turn. Liverpool could come good.
Yeah, don't sleep on Man City winning the league. Do not think that's not a possibility, because it definitely is.
They've got the best goalie. They've got the best goalie, one of the best goalkeepers in Europe.
They've got the best striker in the world. Yeah, they've got people that say arguably the best manager in the world. I think, well, maybe he is. Yeah, but he's not the best manager in my lifetime.
Yeah, Mbappe and Haaland should be the next Ronaldo and Messi. Should be.
Maybe. On that bombshell.
Before you want to wrap, very, very quickly. Jack Wiltshire, now Luton manager, obviously, apparently, reportedly asked Arteta when I quote.
So here we go. Fucking the PR's a joke, man.
Right, I quote this, right? He said, when you got the Arsenal job, what did you do? He said, sometimes you just got to jump in and swim as hard as you can. And I thought, oh, that's great advice, isn't it? What if you can't fucking swim? How true it is, I don't know. But I just thought.
How comes everything? Oh, as soon as I spoke to Mikel, this guy's got the best PR of any football manager I've ever seen in my life. Literally, I've never seen anything like it, lads. Yeah. As soon as I spoke to Raheem, Raheem said, "Oh, as soon as I spoke to Mikel, Noni Madueke, yeah, you can tell that guy's a fucking loser straight away. Yeah, and the mentality of the guy leaves the Club World Cup final to come and fucking get a 3 times pay rise. Yeah, you literally, oh, that's a ball. Shoot. Oh, I should have dinked him, man. Oh, this game's been fire, by the way, end to end. Yeah, if you're leaving the team that you've played for the last 2-3 years or whatever, and they're in a final, you've already won a trophy with them, and you're flying from America to London to sign 150 grand a week, and you're giving up the opportunity of featuring in that final. Yeah, sorry, mate, don't want you here. Do not want you at this club. Yeah, because that tells your mentality. Yeah, and he knew, yeah, that by going to England, he's getting 3 times his fucking salary. Yeah, rather than saying, well, I'm going to play in the final first, mate. Even if he knew he weren't in the fucking starting 11, he'd been on the bench and he might have got a game. Yeah, let's be real with it. And he did play quite a few games in that Club World Cup. He gave up the opportunity to feature for his current club in a final of the Club World Cup to come and sign 150 grand a week at Arsenal. That ain't won fuck all for years. Yeah, sorry, mate. That tells me your mentality is all off. Yeah, all off. Don't want you at the club. Goodbye. Anyway, on that bombshell, anyone not watching this Cordoba Cultural Leonesa game in La Liga 2, yeah, you're missing an absolute treat, mate. It's 0-0, but it is fucking end to end, man. And some of the football, jeez. So yeah, get that on. It's on Movistar Plus if you have that. If you don't, then I'm sure we can help you find somewhere to watch it on the other channel. I'm going to redirect to that. Jezza, always a pleasure, my friend. Static's pinned comment, bless up Static always, is your channel. Jez is Arsenal. Obviously got Kenny Ken's Insta there as well. Kenny Ken 1972. And my reaction channel. But what have you got coming up, Jezza?
Well, it's not going to be tomorrow night now. It's going to be Wednesday night. Obviously, the England game, which I'll watch that tomorrow night because it is actually a qualifying game and it's not a bullshit friendly that is actually nonsensical, not needed. Not needed. Sorry, didn't used to do that back in the 80s. Sorry, Kenny, didn't. And we just used to get on with it, you know. Anyway, never mind. So Wednesday night, 6 o'clock will either be the Arsenal Man United quiz show between Kenny, Shano, and Mems Creamer. If I can't get hold of Mems, then it will just be the weekly old school show.
Happy days. So you're not going to watch Spain, Bulgaria and watch some proper football then, no?
When's that?
Same time, Tuesday, tomorrow. You might as well put the Spanish game on. You get some proper football, mate.
I don't know. I watched the England game because, you know.
They slapped up Georgia the other day. Who knew? Yeah, it's great watching Spain because you know they're just going to fucking play sick football. That's why I like watching La Liga and La Liga too. This game has been fucking brilliant. Yeah, anyone who ain't got it on, find a way to find the game and get it on. Kenny, always love, mate. You've got an invoice being sent your way for the fines.
You know what? Just, yeah, you know what it is. It's just, I wish people just. I didn't realise it's this popular, but they always find a way to just phone or text all the time. But I have to admit, I'm unashamedly an England football fan, and I watch England all the time. But if you want to watch Northern Ireland versus Germany, Northern Ireland just had a goal disallowed. Get yourself over to BBC Two, or you could have your dinner.
Kenny, can I give you a tip, mate?
Yes.
Can I give you a tip?
Yes.
Just turn the volume down, mate, on your phone.
No. What's happened is that this phone, my computer, because I've got a MacBook.
Oh yeah, you can
I've got a
link it.
MacBook.
Yeah.
It's linked to everything. It's linked to. So if if someone rings me on my mobile, it'll go straight onto the MacBook. It calls me. So yeah, everything's linked.
I got that on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, mate. I'll tell you, if you know when you mentioned about getting a MacBook, this MacBook is absolutely brilliant. I've had it for it's nearly 5 years I've had it, and 4 years I've had it since December 21.
Yeah,
Easy to use as well, isn't it?
They are good. I
only use it for podcasts anyway.
I still don't
That'll last you forever.
Mm.
Yeah, if you only use it for podcasts, that'll last you forever. Yeah, my one's a year older. I think it's 6 years old. This one. Yeah, it's absolutely fucked. Yeah, it's all rinsed it. Yeah, I've rinsed it. That's why I bought the PC. Yeah, so I use the Mac now just to put football on it and then put it on my monitor via the Mac. We have a little plug-in on the side of the Mac to nearly. Right, that's another fine. We're going to end on that, guys. I'm going over to this Cordoba game. Yeah, and I'll be there in literally 90 seconds. I'm going to go bathroom, get a couple of cans, and we will be there. Make sure you sub to Jez. Jez is Arsenal. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. Raid the other stream. Yeah, and I'll be there in 90 seconds. We're out.
It's Wednesday.
Take care, people.
Yeah.